ESPN is predicting George Pickens is going to have a day versus our defense. And here's what I'll say about that. No dip, Sherlock. No flipping dip, Sherlock. Did it take a rocket science to figure that one out, buddy? Hey, Buster Brown, I think that one might have been the easiest prediction of all time. Have you seen our secondary? We have DJ Turner out for the season. We have Dax Hill out for the season. Okay, want me to continue? Cam Taylor-Britt's playing some of the worst football he has in his career. Oh, haha, let me continue. Our second corner is a 5th-round draft pick, Josh Newton, which I am actually very high on, but that's beside the point. Do I continue on that one? We have no depth after that. Geno Stone is playing like a Winnie Hut Jr. McDonald's toy. Von Bell looks like a freaking 80-year-old man playing football. ESPN. Steelers wide receiver George Pickens will bounce back with a 100-plus yard game versus the Bengals. Really? Really? And I think that tomorrow we'll have a sunny day. I mean, what do you want? We are the worst defense in the league. Our secondary is literally, I cannot believe it's not butter, how quickly it gets destroyed. This is not a take. Oh, man, I love this. I love this because this is a very dumb take. And ESPN, like, I get it. You know, you're trying to say something. Oh, this is the take we're going to come up with. They're not going to see. No, everyone knows this is going to happen. Our defense knows this is going to happen. If you ask any of our defensive players, do they think that George Pickens is going to have a huge day? They're probably, if they're being honest, they're going to say, yeah. But that's not really the point. The point is we have to score more points than them and hope that they mess up once or twice. Okay, 100. Let's say he has two drives with 50 yards apiece. Okay, that actually we could still be fine. You know, if he doesn't score touchdowns, and ESPN's not saying he's going to score touchdowns, they just think that they're going to put up a lot of points. I'm sorry, get a lot of yards. Which yards means absolutely jack crap when you don't put up touchdowns. We've learned that from previous experience games. At this point, we have learned everything from previous experience games. But my point is, like, if you don't put up touchdowns, it doesn't matter. So, is he going to have a big day? Probably. That's not a crazy take. It really isn't. I don't know if, you thought ESPN that this was going to be the Grand Slam, but this is a very, very soft take. Our secondary is Charmin ultra soft. It's not good. But again, that hasn't been the reason why we have won a total of 4 games. That's been the fact that our offense in 4 total games has been able to overcome our defense. So I'm really going into this game. It's ironic enough because now I think Sheldon Rankins might not play this game. We can shut down the run now with our run stuffers actually healthy and playing, which is good. BJ Hill's going to be playing this game. So I'm not expecting Najee Harris to have a big game, but if I had to guess anyone have a big game on any part of this team, it would be their only receiver. The only receiver they have is, again, they have Calvin Austin, but it's George Pickens. Pat Freiermuth could potentially have a big game because Logan Wilson has a knee injury, and even with that being said, I don't know how much I trust Jermaine Pratt at this point going against even, what's his name? Pat Freiermuth. I don't know. Jermaine Pratt's he's been going through it, man. He's been going through it this year. But again, no. This is the coldest take I've ever heard. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. And trust me, like, I'm not saying this because I'm happy about this. Oh, I'm not. I am not happy about this at all. To even have to be able to say this out loud. But it's just the facts. But I do trust Joe, and I trust this offense. And with 2 healthy receivers, I trust that this squad is going to be very successful in this game. One player I wish, because I made a post yesterday about Brock Bowers. He honestly looks like the best tight end ever. Sadly, we couldn't have taken him anyway because he was already off the board. And I think somebody commented on that post and said that we should have took Jared Verse, and I agree with you. Jared Verse looks like an absolute animal. Which would be really nice right now to have a great pass rusher. Although Trent Brown going down, we would need a right tackle anyway, and I'd rather have Amarius Mims than freaking Cody Ford on the right side. Gotta protect Joe Burrow at all costs. But with that being said, Eric All. If I had to put, like, obviously for rookie tight ends, there's not too many crazy ones. But outside of Brock Bowers, that is, Eric All would probably be my number 2. Like, he was having himself a season. And there needs to be a lot more credit where credit is due for Eric All, because he was playing crazy good football. And it's sad that he's out for the season, because that man was playing his heart out. And, again, like, these injuries, man. Losing our DJ Turner, losing Dax Hill. Now, and Eric All. Zach Moss. Trent Brown. Okay, that one. That one I hate the injury, but that one wasn't, like, detrimental. It is what it is. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.